Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is. I hope you're having a blessed one. This video is going to be a bit different than the other videos that I've been putting out on my channel. I'm going to be documenting my journey when it comes to me getting the first firearm and how I'm feeling about certain things, reviews after I go to the shooting range and everything like that as well. So this video is really just to seek some advice from anybody who comes across this video, or if anybody else is in the same situation, maybe this could help guide you to a good decision for yourself. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
Blessed is he. Have mercy on me, have mercy on me. I've been worshiping me. Have mercy on me, have mercy on me.
First up, researching and looking into the best gun for home defense, 100% across the board. It was the same answer. It was a shotgun. Now, depending on the situation, it could be a little different, but 9 times out of 10, if it's a burglary, if it's a break-in, if it's somebody who's trying to cause you harm, the second that they hear that, they start to second guess what they're doing. So to be honest, my wife and I have already made our decision on the very first firearm we get, and it's gonna be a Maverick 88. Now, I do want to say that I have never shot any of these guns that I am about to show you. I've just been doing my own research and my due diligence, and these are the weapons that I do plan on renting and shooting at the range when I go try them out before we buy. Now, the Maverick 88, from what I've gathered, it's an incredibly cheap yet reliable tool. This thing will blow a hole in anybody who's trying to cause you any kind of problems. And this is perfect for home defense because you don't have to have excellent aim. You don't have to be a marksman or anything. You just point, you pull, boom. And a lot of it has to do with your ammunition as well. Like, you don't want a turkey shot because evidently a turkey shot's not going to do as much damage to an intruder as you would like. Because the reality is, if you're going to point a gun and you're going to shoot at somebody, you don't want to just kind of mess them up. Never point a gun at anything unless you plan on destroying it. So far, it seems like a 12 gauge buckshot is the best option. This is coming in at a pretty price, very affordable, and it seems like you can do a lot of additions, features. So if anybody out here has ever shot this, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Let me know what your experience has been and if it really is that reliable and it's an exceptional weapon. Now, to be honest, I'm not interested in guns because of the destruction that they can cause. I'm interested in guns for the protection and the safety of my family. I want to keep everything sharp. I want to be on point. I do want a gun that I can actually take to the range and I can have a little fun with. I want something I can go plinking with. Now, that said, the Palmetto State Armory PX9, it's not the most logical option, you could say, for me. It's a carbine rifle, from what I've read, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm kind of being a consumer when it comes to this gun, to be honest with you. But if anybody out there has shot this, if anybody does own this, just let me know what you really think about it. Is it worth the price? Do you get exactly what you pay for? Just let me know. I'm also very interested in the TNW ASR 9mm survival rifle. I'm 33 years old. The older I become, the more I want to be outside. And also, just in case the shit hits the fan at any point in time, I do have a bug out bag. I've almost spent around $1,000 on it. The one thing that I am missing, though, in fact, is the self-defense / hunting tool. That's where this would come in. Now to the secondary options. Since my wife and I have already decided that the shotgun is the best option and the Maverick 88 is in our price range, that's most likely 100% going to be the first weapon that we do purchase. I am looking into buying my first sidearm pistol as well for when me and my family are out and about. It also just gives a little bit extra security knowing you have that extra protection on you. So first up, the M&P Shield. All you gotta do is a quick YouTube search on the top affordable cheap guns and you're probably gonna see most of these options. The reason that I'm most attracted to these is the way that they look, is the reputation that they have, and the price. And you can see why the M&P Shield is the perfect gun. You may even want to call it the M&P Steel. So after the M&P Shield, my number one option really is gonna be either the Glock 19 or the Glock 43X. Take a look right here. I kind of have pretty small hands. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I don't have very big hands. I'm not a very large guy. So the slimmer the gun, the more comfortable that it's going to feel in my smaller hands. The Glock 43 is a very small pistol and it also doesn't hold as many rounds, and me being a brand new shooter, I'm kind of assuming I'm not gonna be 100% a marksman, you know, within the first few months. And I'm not saying I'm expecting any trouble in the first few months, but I just want to make sure that I have the capacity and the reliability that I need for the skill level I'm at the very moment. So me being a brand new shooter, the Glock 43 is appealing because of its size, the fact that it's a Glock, it's reliable, and it's very compact. I can actually keep it with me. Now the Glock 19 has a higher capacity and it's a little bit thicker, not as slim, not as small, but I believe the barrel length is the same. So it does seem that that would be the more viable option. They do come in at similar price points as well, but these are definitely at the higher end of my budget. We got the Sig Sauer P365. This is the one that gave the Glock 43X a run for its money once it came out. This holds more rounds than the 43. This feels better in the hand. It just got a lot of reviews. The majority of my research has said it makes more sense to go ahead and get the P365 over the 43, simply because of the magazine capacity and the fact that they basically took care of everything Glock left out. And that price point is also at the top end of my budget, yet it is a very reliable gun. Now we've got the Burst of Thunder 9. I'll be honest, I've seen mixed reviews on this one, so I'm a bit unsure. And if anybody, like with the rest of these firearms, if anybody has any experience with the Burst of Thunder 380, let me know how you liked it. Did it feel okay? Does it jam? Is it a problem? I keep getting a lot of mixed reviews for it, but really I like the way that it looks. I like the affordability of it. It seems small enough to where it would feel comfortable in my hand. It's definitely one that I'm going to try out at the range though, for sure. And this is a very nice price point, which with certain firearms can be concerning, but a lot of the times I think you can get a lot of bang for your buck. So just let me know what you think about the Burst. The SAR B6. This gun looks nice. This gun's got a lot of reviews that were in the positive area as well. It's concealable. It's honestly just another option, and because I did like the way that it looked and I liked all of the people saying it didn't have any issues, the price point is obviously a little bit better than the other more expensive ones, so that also makes this a very viable option. Last but not least, the Taurus G2C. I was honestly a little skeptic of putting this one on here because, again, this isn't my first rodeo. I was interested in guns around 2014, 2015, just for target practice, so I did a little bit of research, and back then Taurus didn't have a very good reputation. I saw a lot of mixed reviews for them. Nowadays, the Taurus G2C seems to get a lot of praise. That's why I put it on my list, that's why I'm considering it, and that's why I do want to shoot it at the range. I'm not a crazy fan of the way that it looks, but honestly, I'm looking for functionality above all else and reliability, not only in a practice setting, but in an actual self-defense scenario too. Taurus has had a pretty good reputation these past couple years though, so I'm willing to give it a chance. If you own this gun, if you have a relative who owns this gun, or any of these weapons on this list, let me know what your experience has been. Let me know if I got the prices wrong, because this is just me finding the averages, doing a little bit of Googling. If there's anything you would recommend, any other pistols you think that I left out that are extremely reliable for an affordable price, go ahead and drop that in the comments. This is something me and my family are looking into at the moment. If I could get any assistance from you guys, any help, any guidance, or if I could help anybody else in their journey to finding and picking the right firearm, God bless. So if you are also in the market for your very first gun, handgun, self-defense weapon, make sure to drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. Until next time, all glory to God. Have a good one.